Today, I have the honor and distinct pleasure of being joined by Marjorie Guillamue, head of pre-game training camps for the 2024 Olympic Games and advisor for major sporting events at the French Ministry of Sports, the Olympics, and the Paralympics. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Rachel, for having me. A pleasure. Thank you.
Of course. I'd like to begin by asking you, Marjorie, what do you find most striking about the evolution of the participation of female athletes over time in the Olympics?
We often hear people saying that the world of sport is a reflection of the bigger picture of bigger societal norms and injustices sometimes. And yes, we want to celebrate the time that the achievements we have accomplished so far today, but also give us an opportunity to really think about what's next. And is it something that we want to become pleasant about? To celebrate, yes, but is it something that will continue later on for Olympics today? Is it for Olympics in the future? If it's for sport in general? The first time women took part in the Olympics, it was about 1900 in Paris, and here we are. Paris has done it again, bringing full gender parity in the Olympics, but 124 years later. So it is a big moment, but let's see what's next for women in sport.
Some key dates that have marked this very complex journey with the IOC in its efforts to increase female participation are, I'm just going to throw out some dates for us to consider and think about. 1995 was the creation of the IOC Women in Sport Commission. 2018, we then had the launch of the Gender Equality Review Project. In 2020, the IOC took a leadership role in the UN Sports for Generation Equity Initiative. And today, we are now looking at 35.6% of IOC members being women, which is an increase of 50% since 2013.
This is great. This is great. I'm not sure we can say the same thing for international federations, board members, or NOC board members, member of the IOC.
Yeah.
So when you look at pictures of board members, sometimes you cannot help yourself and say, well, where are the women? Right. And we're talking about diversity, all this thing. Is it only on paper? Is it really going to happen? Women supporting other women is the way of winning. Yeah. Also, more young girls are taking part in sport, are playing sport and staying in sport longer. And then we see more female elite athletes are taking also part in advocating for some societal issues.
I love what you just said. Women supporting women is winning. That is so powerful. And as you know, that's why we're here. The Unlocked Foundation, its mission is to empower women to take the brave steps to close the wealth gap in their lives. So, that being said, in your role as advisor for major sporting events, what are you observing in the current conversation around gender parity in terms of pay within the sports community? And you touched on it a little bit, but I'd love to hear more about what conversations are being held behind the scenes around pay. And are we really advocating and really empowering each other to have those conversations audaciously and authentically?
Lots of conversations are taking place, but I will lie to you if I say that I see any, major changes. Really, it's good to have the conversations, because if we don't talk about it, it's just gonna go away, and then people, nothing will happen. Lots of conversations, and women are screaming about the disparity, but women are not, in terms of like decision-making positions. It remains to, it's still a lot of men. When you think about the fact that the salary of, for instance, a football player in France from the same organization and the men's team could be 100 times higher than the highest paid female player.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we're on 2024. We don't, it doesn't make any sense.
And we
And
see
it's
the same in basketball in
and
the US
every
as well.
discipline, and it doesn't matter how rich the organization might be. Some of, the sponsorship, men's team will get more sponsorship deals. That doesn't help the inequality, or closing the gaps if you want. Maybe that's an opportunity, this is an opportunity to think about it. And maybe the fact that we have reached this parity today for the Olympics, again, it's Olympics. Is it going to happen in the future Olympics? Is it going to be in sports in general? Maybe that can open doors for us to really reflect more on what's next. What can that lead us to?
So, what can viewers of the Olympics do to help raise this issue and create change and consistent, sustainable change in the Olympic organization?
Keep talking about it. Keep supporting women. Go watch women's sports. And also even I think everybody has a role to play. It doesn't matter at what level. If you're in governance or you're a fan, you're an athlete. We all concerned because when women are in better position, I think it's good for society because we are the mothers, we are the I don't want to get into this, but you understand that. So it's just even, I don't even want to justify why. It's just fair. Yeah. It's fair to have rules for equal pay for equal play, for equal efforts you put out. Gender shouldn't be an issue. It shouldn't be a question at all. Why is the gender is because you have 30% less or 40% less or 50% less because you just have a different gender. So I think viewers going to watch games will be something very important, and will make a positive impact. And also, when you see something, just say it. Like we say, when you see something, say something. And if you see it's not fair, and when athletes or any women are making a statement, and if you think consciously that needs to be supported. And don't be afraid, have the courage to say, yes, let's have the conversation and something should be done about it. And the more we give the energy to it, the more people point it out. Yeah. I think the more those in the power seats will have to feel compelled to make a change.
Any insight on how this monumentous occasion can truly impact other sectors? Are there any points or takeaways or any guidance that other industries should really be looking at to create gender parity and pay parity within their own sectors?
Here we've been talking about sport policies, right? But the sport economy encompasses a wide range of sectors or subsectors. You name any industry, it's in sport, from food and beverages, healthcare, well-being, consumer goods, and IT, whatever. And yeah, exactly. So when you think about, for instance, Nike, I'm taking Nike for instance, which produced the headwear for women, the hijab, so which has been very, very controversial because in some countries, female girls can wear it. In some other countries, you cannot. In some sports, you can. In some other sports, you cannot. It's unacceptable. And now we hear that it is allowed at the Athletes Village for the Olympics. So industries have a lot to learn with the fact that we have one sector, the sports sector, which has been able to reach full parity. Industry has to deal with a lot of other dimensions where they are for profit and then they want to, sponsor athletes. There's a lot of conditions that might be a little bit more complex in terms of how to balance things out between accepting and applying those rules. I don't know.
So with all that complexity with the IOC, if they can do it, any other industry should be able to do it.
They should be able to do it. I always advocate for a balance between policies and a conscious decision for, and do what's right. Because, like people say, like the saying goes, rules are made to be broken, and you can make rules. If people want to break the rules, they will when nobody's watching. But if it's a conscious decision, and when you feel like this is the right thing to do because it's good for society, because I wouldn't want my mother, I wouldn't want my sister, I wouldn't want my daughter to, etc. So if you feel like it's something good, positive to do, to contribute to, and to better, so to have a positive impact in society, why not? Yeah.
Why not? With that, we are at time. I could talk to you all day, Marjorie.
Well.
This has been fantastic. Thank you so much for your insight, for your experience, for giving us some gems. It started on the ground, and women helping women is winning. We hope to talk to you again sometime soon, but congratulations being part of this momentous event in Olympic history. You are at the epicenter of it here in beautiful Paris. So it's been truly an honor and delight.
Thank you.